Here's an excerpt from Superintendent's video workshop. We teach common sense.
Mowing fairways is not difficult, but since fairways are a critical part of any golf course and good fairway play important to a successful round of golf, most courses have established practices to promote quality turf conditions. To help sit the ball up for the golfer, a quality fairway has turf that is dense, smooth, and uniform. Like greens, fairways are mowed at shorter heights, although not as short, typically around 3/8 to 5/8 of an inch. Also, as with greens, courses usually have an established mowing pattern that changes regularly. You may cross-mow in one direction on one day and the other direction the next. This helps the grass grow more upright, and grass that grows upright will sit the ball up to give golfers a better chance at making a good shot. Cross-mowing also provides an attractive visual pattern. Always check the day's mowing pattern before starting. When you are ready to mow, transport out to the first hole. Travel at safe speeds and stay on the cart paths when possible to avoid unnecessary wear to the turf. Always show courtesy to golfers using the cart paths. They're your customers. Check and wait for oncoming play before crossing fairways. And transport across rough terrain with caution at a slow speed to avoid bouncing the cutting units and knocking them out of adjustment. Part of the beauty on a golf course comes from the striping found on the fairways. This means mowing in straight lines is important. Based on that day's mowing pattern, try picking an object like a tree in the distance, straight across the fairway, and aim for it as you go. When ready, move toward the fairway, engage the PTO, and lower the cutting units just as the front units cross onto the fairway. The reels are timed so the rear units lower and raise after the front, to help you avoid cutting into the taller rough surrounding the fairway. Mow across the fairway either straight, diagonally, or lengthwise in a straight line, lifting the cutting units just before you reach the rough on the other side. Make a slow, wide turn to avoid scuffing the turf, then line up your second pass to slightly overlap the first by about 3 inches. With gang mowers, move completely onto the fairway, then lower and engage the cutting units to mow. Mowing with a gang mower can be done in different patterns: a spiral pattern or a harvesting pattern. Follow the pattern designated by your supervisor. To finish the fairway, make a final cleanup or perimeter pass around the outside edge. Watch closely to maintain a clean edge and avoid cutting into the rough. If catching clippings, follow your course procedure for disposal. Many simply spread clippings in the rough area. Be sure to spread the clippings well. Clumps can kill grass and interfere with play. Always maintain a steady, consistent speed when mowing fairways to ensure a smooth cut. If you mow too fast, the cutting units will bounce, and the grass will have a washboard or wavy appearance. Some grass may not be cut at all. Always be alert for problems with the quality of cut or with the machine as you mow. If the mower is not cutting correctly, if warning lights come on, or gauges indicate a problem, or if you smell something burning, stop immediately, pull to the side of the fairway, and call the technician. An important part of your job is to always check for drops or streaks of oil on the turf at the end of each pass. If the machine leaks oil, move to the far rough area via the shortest route. Hot hydraulic oil will kill turf grass and contaminate the soil, resulting in expensive restoration costs and an ugly fairway. Never let an oil leak go unnoticed. Keep the unit moving when the cutting units are engaged. If you stop, the turning reels will mark the turf. Mowing roughs is a big job. On most courses, there's plenty of ground to cover and a variety of obstacles and terrain. As with fairway mowers, transport carefully. When you get off the mower, stop on a level area, turn off the engine, set the brake, and remove the key. Clear the area of branches and debris before starting, and watch for debris while mowing to avoid damage to reels or decks and injury to bystanders from flying debris. Remove stakes and signs before mowing, then replace them exactly where you found them. If there is no set mowing pattern for roughs at your course, a common approach is to begin next to the fairway and make lengthwise passes following the fairway curves as you mow. Your mower is set at a higher height of cut, so overlap the fairway slightly on your first pass. Don't discharge clippings onto the fairway. Trim carefully and slowly around trees, flower beds, and other obstacles. Try to mow close, but not so close that you cause damage. If you scrape bark from a tree, it may cause it to die. Also, with rotaries, do not discharge grass toward bystanders or property. Be alert when mowing with a wide-cut mower. Raise the outside decks or reels before entering tight areas to avoid damaging the wing units. Be cautious on hills and slopes, especially if the grass is wet. Follow the manufacturer's recommended procedure for slope mowing. Generally, if a slope feels unsafe, it probably is unsafe. Do not put yourself at risk. Do not mow through puddles. Mow slowly in wet areas and avoid sharp turns to keep from marking or scuffing the turf. Always look behind you before backing up. As with fairway mowers, stay alert to monitor the quality of cut and the machine's performance. On ground-driven gang mowers, watch to make sure the wheels are always turning and the cutting units are operating correctly. A locked-up cutting unit can damage the turf. And show courtesy to golfers. If they are going to hit, stop out of the way, turn off the engine, and wait. Then proceed when the area is clear.